Testing, testing. Good afternoon. Enjoying your sweet treats, and if you haven't, please do so before you leave because we have plenty. But welcome to an ACTS resident town hall. Today's topic is one is near and dear to our hearts and stomachs. It's culinary. The title for today's presentation is 50 Years of Culinary Advancement. So I would like to welcome in person our Vice President of Operations, Steve Eggles. Thanks for being here, Steve. And via Teams, Patrick Pachoki. He's our Vice President of Culinary and Resident Experiences. Hey, Patrick. So after the pledge and the prayer, Patrick will be dropping off. We're going to be watching a video. And then Steve and Patrick will come back on. Steve will be here in person, and we'll have a question and answer session. So with that, if you could rise, anybody that's able to, and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now I welcome up Chaplain Duke to open in prayer for us.
Check, 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 check. I think I need something here. Can't hear me in the back, can you? No. Can't hear me. Can't hear me in the front. Okay. Should be good now. Not good now. Nope. It really is important to have a close relationship with your executive director. And so, let us pray. Lord, Creator, you created everything good, and you who came not to be served but to serve, you have cared for and created and served through our culinary department for so many years in such fun and fantastic ways. Give us ears to hear and eyes to see, to celebrate today your presence in your creative and serving ways through our culinary department. We pray in your name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chaplain Duke. All right, we'll move now to the video. Patrick, see you soon.
All right, you did that well.
Do you want a snack? Snack? Do you want a snack? Oh. We got a few minutes.
You may know, ACTS hosts 4 of these town hall meetings each year, presented by members of our leadership team across various areas of our operations. Annually, our May meeting focuses on our financial performance from the previous year, while our November meeting covers the annual budget for the year ahead. The other 2 town hall meetings held during the year, like this one, provide an opportunity to address a variety of important topics and engage in meaningful discussions. For your convenience, we are providing this pre-recorded presentation, which allows you to watch it when it best fits your schedule. A live question and answer session in your community will follow, with a specific date and time shared by your executive director. Now, for more information about our town hall topic for this quarter, I'm pleased to welcome ACTS's Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, Jonathan Grant.
Thank you, Karen. As previously shared, we are so pleased with the outstanding participation and positive scores we received from our most recent resident satisfaction survey, reflecting your feedback across all our resident services. These surveys help us to understand what matters most to you, and your responses highlight where we excel and where we can do better. Our topic for this town hall presentation is a follow-up to our resident satisfaction survey and close to everyone's heart and stomach, culinary services. At ACTS, we believe that an exceptional dining experience is about more than just great food. It is about creating meaningful moments fostering connections, and delivering joy and comfort to our residents every single day, 365 days a year. Joining us for this town hall are Jeremy Neely, Senior Vice President and Chief Community Operations Officer, and Patrick Paczecki, Vice President of Culinary and Resident Experiences. They will walk us through how our culinary team is transforming the dining experience across our ACTS communities, from innovative menus to personalized services that makes every meal memorable. They will share how we are continuously raising the bar to deliver very positive dining experiences. We are proud of the rich legacy of our culinary services and excited for what is in store in the future, as you will see in this informative presentation. Let us continue to savor the culinary journey ahead as we strive to exceed expectations, one delicious bite at a time. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Jeremy and Patrick. Bon appetit.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Neely, and it's my pleasure, along with Patrick Paczecki, to be able to share with you a glimpse into ACTS's 50 years of culinary advancement and where we look to go in the next 50 years. Today, we live in a world where dining preferences are as diverse as the cuisines that inspire them. ACTS and your dining services programs stand at the intersection of flavor and innovation, the present and the future. Historical culinary influences help build programs of the past, while current and evolving culinary and well-being trends are reshaping our menus, redefining our culinary landscape, and transforming how we, as an organization, respond to you, our residents, and your guests in each of our communities. From the rise of plant-based diets to increasing demand for allergen-friendly options, we're continuously working to adapt to meet your growing needs. Yesterday and today, our teams have ranged from entry-level roles to formally trained executive chefs, bringing a wide range of skills and expertise to address these changing demands. Looking ahead, the next 50 years will usher in new waves of technology and education, emphasizing health-conscious, nutrient-rich menus, sustainability, and a personalized hospitality experience focused on well-being and wellness. Today, we'll take a closer look at where we've been, where we are, and where we're going. ACTS has a rich tradition of excellence in dining services. We'll explore how resident experiences continue to shape our menus and service. We'll discuss how we measure success and address missed opportunities. We'll highlight the role of technology and well-being in shaping the future, and we'll share how we're evolving team development and hospitality to meet changing needs. Our dining rooms of yesteryear were a product of the times. Food was prepared in bulk, providing limited choices from cycle menus with only 2 options and limited or no alternatives. Our recipe database was institutional and had minimal focus on allergens or healthy options. Our chefs cooked in bulk, making minimal variations during meal service, as our kitchen design and equipment was based on a banquet model of service, which did not allow for the flexibility to create the variations we expect today. Bulk cooking, while great for feeding the masses, often leaves a lot to be desired from a quality and choice perspective. While we still utilize the cycle menu in many of our locations, we've expanded them to provide more choices and flexibility to accommodate dining preferences as the cycle is changed much more frequently. Our attention has been focused on finishing kitchens and cook-to-order venues as we reimagine and renovate space and move away from the classic cook and hold style of dining of yesterday. Resident feedback has always played a critical role in menu development, influenced by regional, cultural, and personal preferences. While it has historically guided culinary offerings, it is now essential to all aspects of menu planning and will continue to shape the future of our service delivery. We are an organization built on hospitality and loving kindness. Because of this, every interaction is meaningful. Every experience matters. We deeply appreciate the invaluable contributions residents have and will continue to make towards the evolution of our dining services. With every engagement, we see the parent, grandparent, great-grandparent, business owner, engineer, restaurateur, educator, and corporate professionals standing before us, each bringing a unique perspective in enriching our communities and the lives of every team member. Each of these experiences matters to us, and we consider them a part of the treasure that has brought us thus far and will continue to lead us forward. In the early 1970s, when Axe opened its first community, we served fewer than 100 meals per day. Our focus was a controlled and balanced diet based on therapeutic selections and calorie-controlled restrictions. Today, we serve over 17,000 meals a day, recognizing personalized diets with dozens of menu options based on a restaurant delivery process. Every day, we work to improve systems, processes, and controls so that we're ready for whatever tomorrow brings. We see these challenges and opportunities as pathways to success, achieved through a collaborative approach across all departments. Part of our success over the years has been through tools that are still used today. Surveys, comment cards, group discussions, and other means of formal feedback are important, and we do it in a variety of ways across the regions. The culinary world can sometimes feel mechanical and faceless. There's an adage in the restaurant industry that says, "You're only as good as your last meal." We believe in this principle and are committed to being accountable to that standard. Today, we're advancing rapidly as we surpass 6 million meals served annually in our 28 communities with multiple dining venues in each, when including all levels of living. Our residents' focus on health and wellness as a lifestyle will continue to be important for years to come as you demand a balanced approach to restaurant and menu design, offering various choices and flexibility. In the past, most communities had one dining venue. Today, most have 3 or more dining experiences, and some larger communities with as many as 5. As we continue to move forward, guidelines are being developed to provide more choice and flexibility with our restaurant menus. Our approach to menu items is diverse and consistent with the theme and style of today's restaurants. The number of menu choices on a campus can range from 25 to over 100 options per day across all venues, with most made from scratch. Our approach is centered on you and your guests with an eye towards wellness and a love for our traditional comfort foods. Menus have been and will remain chef-inspired and community-driven based on community preferences, regional locations, and cultural influences. Today and well into the future, choice and flexibility will be woven into the fabric of all community-based menus. Each day, we work towards offering more cook-to-order menu items with food prepared closer to service. We've also made great strides across all levels of living, including Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace, as we build new and renovate current spaces. Our culinary team is also committed to recipe development to provide consistency and transparency for each menu item. In the past, it was all pen and paper, but we're working hard to evaluate culinary software that will serve us well into the future. We currently share nutritional facts and ingredients with residents through the MyAxe Life resident app powered by K4. As we move forward, we will continue to enhance options and create easier paths for residents to get more information on the meals prepared in their kitchens. This will all be possible because technology is continually getting smarter. Artificial intelligence is starting to enter our kitchen with smart cooking equipment, heads-up recipe displays, inventory systems based on items sold, production sheets, and so much more. These are exciting times to see how AI and the current technology revolution will continue to impact not only our team members' workday, but also our resident dining experiences. It is now my pleasure to ask Patrick to share some information about our future plans.
Thank you, Jeremy. As we move into the future, we will continue to leverage technology and smart cooking equipment to create better menus with more balanced recipes. We've also upped our game in terms of nutritional and comfort foods, offering you the best of both worlds, focused on wellness, but also in the highest quality standards. Wellness and healthy options do not mean just salads and carrot sticks, nor do they mean saying goodbye to pizza. It is about achieving a balanced lifestyle, one that you choose. It is also about menu development at the community level, with our culinary teams working directly with you, our residents, to develop menu items you want to see on the menus in your community. With this approach, our culinary teams will be focused on menu options based on your lifestyle focus. One of our goals will be to enhance our residents' ability to manage choice through multiple venues and various menus. As 2025 unfolds, we will be highlighting new approaches in our full-service restaurants. Educational materials are in the final stages of development and will soon be ready to present how these approaches will impact every menu category. In 2026, our focus will shift to both bistro dining and restaurant dining based on cook-to-order delivery processes. While it is still early to determine AI's role in our communities, we're closely monitoring its rapid advancement. I am excited for the future. Robots offer 24/7 efficiency without breaks or absences. And we are currently exploring the use of serving robots, cooking robots, and the implementation of kitchen automation to support our teams. These innovations are becoming more viable every day as we move from a pilot phase to an expanded implementation phase. The future is approaching fast, and our teams are prepared to embrace it. Speaking of our teams, team development has evolved significantly since the pandemic. Food service, along with nursing and manufacturing, was among the hardest hit industries, and our sector has yet to fully recover from the workforce shift that led many to pursue new career paths. This has created a major gap, but we are excited to train the next generation of cooks and leaders, helping them grow as team members while they learn in our kitchens. By pairing seasoned professionals with eager newcomers, we're making it happen, serving 3 meals a day, 365 days a year. This mentorship approach has inspired us to embrace a phrase from a new training partner: your kitchens are now your classrooms. We've partnered with Ruby, an online training platform, and we are excited about the rollout currently underway. Please enjoy this short promotional video that describes the benefit of Ruby to culinary professionals.
Welcome to Ruby Online Culinary School. Since 2005, Ruby trained kitchen teams in over 1,600 professional kitchens worldwide. Ruby has developed innovative culinary training that is designed for multiple learning styles, skill levels, and environments. Whether you are looking to acquire new skills or advance in your career, Ruby is here to assist you in growing your culinary expertise. Ruby understands that each position in the kitchen is unique, and so are you. Because of this, Ruby offers different approaches to culinary learning that work best for you. Choose from a multitude of individual courses, modules, or easy-to-find videos to fit your schedule and needs. From line cook to executive chef, they have you covered. In Ruby's opening learning platform, quickly find recipes, videos covering techniques, micro lessons that are easy to digest, and videos of common questions answered by our culinary experts for on-demand learning that fits your schedule and needs. In Ruby's module learning style, you can choose what to learn exactly at the moment you need it. Learn about a variety of individual subjects, or customize your learning by stacking modules to achieve longer-term goals. In Ruby's traditional learning style, you will follow a complete learning path designed by Ruby's expert instructors. This path leads committed learners from basic to advanced culinary techniques. Ruby's courses have been approved by the World Association of Chef Societies and many other organizations. No matter what type of culinary goals you have, Ruby's many learning styles can be custom fit to your needs and help elevate your skills to advance you along in your journey. Go to Ruby Online Culinary School dashboard to start growing your culinary expertise. Your kitchen is now your classroom.
We are thrilled about the progress we're making in team development and the exciting advancements ahead. Alongside Ruby, we've introduced a standard operating procedures tool covering 13 key topics. While not all are policies, many align with them, providing new team leaders with consistent foundations to uphold standards across our organization. This year, in collaboration with Axe Corporate University, we're launching a new leadership onboarding tool, which will eventually expand to all positions. This tool ensures thorough training on essential topics, helps new leaders establish peer relationships, and provides clear guidance on where to find answers to important questions. We are also identifying rising stars within our organization and creating programs to prepare them to be tomorrow's leaders. Our Director in Training program will establish new pathways for promotion within the culinary departments. We are passionate about our culinary teams and the innovations shaping the future of hospitality. Axe has always believed in a layered approach to serving our residents. We believe that residents and team members come first. Supporting them at every turn are the following regional and corporate team members. I have the honor of leading this team of culinary experts, which consists of 5 corporate and 4 regional team members. Mary is our clinical dietitian and leads our healthcare efforts. Matt is a corporate director and chef who leads our chefs with the assistance of Ron, who is his right hand and corporate chef. Ron has a focus not only on production, but also on kitchen renovations and equipment. John maintains our technology, and Scott develops systems and processes to keep us moving forward, as well as supporting the regional team. Our regional teams support the communities within their respective regions and ensure that policy and procedures are maintained while still embracing the uniqueness of each community. Our culinary team is excited for the future and the ongoing evolution that our residents and guests will experience, with a focus on exceptional food and hospitality. Thank you, and here's to the next 50 years. It is now my pleasure to turn the presentation to Karen.
Thank you, Jeremy and Patrick, for that comprehensive overview of our amazing culinary services here at Axe. Your insights truly highlight the dedication, talents, and passion that our culinary team brings to every meal. And thank you all for taking the time to watch this town hall presentation. If you have any questions, please share them with your executive director ahead of your community's town hall meeting. Thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful spring season filled with love, joy, and memorable dining experiences. May God bless you, your families, and the entire Axe organization.
All right. Well, good afternoon. Am I on?
Now you are.
Now I'm on. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Wonderful to be here with you today, and we're joined by Patrick Pachucki. I'm just going to do a quick sound check. Patrick, you can hear us okay?
I can, loud and clear.
We can hear you very well. So you're coming around loud and clear. So good to have you with us, Patrick. And I just want to tell you, I've been enjoying these town hall meetings. I was a little bit nervous when I got up Monday morning because I thought to myself, we're doing town hall meetings on culinary. What a great topic, right? And I have to stand up and answer questions on this because it's one of those areas that everybody is interested in and everybody's going to have a lot of questions on. But I have to tell you, I've been enjoying the town hall meetings so far. Just last Friday, before we released the video, our corporate chef, Matt Pekovic, sent out an email to everybody and said, you know, we usually have food at town hall meetings, but since the topic this month is on culinary, kick it up a notch and do something really great. And he gave some examples. So Monday, I started out at Matthews Glen with an omelet bar, pancakes, and a great beverage station. Tuesday, I went to Tryon Estates, and we had crepes, and we had Bloody Marys. There was no alcohol in the Bloody Marys. That was a little bit disappointing, but they looked great. They looked great. And then today, you know, we did an afternoon town hall meeting, so we didn't have breakfast, but we had brownies and all sorts of ice cream treats. Just a really entertaining. So it's been worth the trip. So this is the part of the meeting. Are we okay? This is the part of the meeting we're going to open up the questions. We do ask for questions in advance. If you saw the video over the weekend, we don't have any written questions, so the floor is yours. So this is your time to carry the rest of the meeting.
Phone. Hang on one second. Good. Try
I
now.
can repeat the question.
Hello? Okay.
There you go.
I know at many of these meetings, you all have talked about your concerns about making sure that you're keeping acts up to date and ready for the future generations that are coming along. And I also saw in this presentation, you talked about some of the menu items you would focus on in the future was plant-based. And I just wonder when we're truly going to have plant-based menu items. Here, all we have is pizza and veggie burgers every night.
Good question. We plant-based. It could be a plate of vegetables, and it could be a very complicated dish that's made out of plant-based items that are very complicated recipes. And it is very much the way of the future. But I can start out by answering. I'm not going to reach out since Patrick's with us. I think Patrick can share some insight as to where we're going from a corporate support perspective, and I can tell you what we're doing at the community level. Patrick? Uh-oh. Yeah, there you go.
Can you hear me, Steve?
Yes.
Yep. Great. Yeah. So, and I don't have the specifics on the menus at Lanier Village, but I can tell you from a way that we are looking at plant-based items, we know that we need to get more of them on our menus, and we're seeing a request more and more from our residents. So we have been developing new menu items, recipes, and when I say we are developing recipes, that is the communities. Our community chefs are creating recipes that we're able to get in our database of recipes. So I bring that up because it's really important to know that we have to input our recipes into the database if you are going to be able to see those nutritional facts, what's in the recipes, calories, via our K4 app. So that's really important, and we have a lot of communities at this point creating recipes. We're developing recipes with our corporate chefs to see more and more. So that veggie burger, whether it's a black bean burger, different styles of pizza, whether it's a cauliflower crust, things of that nature continue to be added into our recipe database for each and every community to be able to use and for residents to be able to enjoy on the menus. As we move forward, we continue to talk about our well-being programs, and you may or may not have heard that language before, but it is an initiative that we have in specifically culinary. As we go forward, we're looking at our restaurant menus, and I mentioned that in our town hall video. We're looking at our restaurant menu and developing structures for those menus and guidelines for the communities to ensure that those menu items, those plant-based menu items, are making it to the menu and they're not being forgot about. So that is something that we are very serious about. And within the next year, you'll definitely be seeing more and more coming onto our menus.
So, and I'll just...
Steve, I'll turn it back over to you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm just going to follow up and say that, that some of our communities are a little more advanced with offering plant-based menu items. So our recipe database already has a number of really good selections for plant-based foods. Your culinary directors have access to that database, and if that's something that you want to see more of, we can certainly incorporate that. And really, it's a responsibility on us because years ago we introduced a plant-based program and not a lot of participation, so it disappeared from the menu. And we have to be careful about that because we tend to put on the menu the items that are most popular to everyone, but we need to be more disciplined and keep a well-balanced choice and include that in our menu choice. So. I think you're going to see more of that going forward, and I appreciate the topic. Very good topic.
Got it, Evan?
you can dispel a rumor or confirm it. We've always heard that our culinary staff, Chad and whatnot, gets his menus and gets his instructions from corporate as to what he serves and budgetary things like that. Does he have the freedom to serve things here that you might not serve in Florida or North Carolina or someplace like that? Or are all menus kind of standardized?
Good question, and no, the menus are not standardized across the organization. The culinary directors and the chefs have the ability to develop their own menus based on what is popular in the local communities. So there is a compliance, there are lots of systems, and there's certain compliance things that they need to maintain. So we have to follow recipes. And we have a database that's corporately controlled. So any recipes that we prepare here, if we're not using something from the corporate recipe database, we have to make sure we send those recipes up to our corporate chef to have them entered into the database. So when we publish the menu, we can share all the nutritional values. But there is no set corporate menu for independent living. Now, I'm not sure where that rumor's coming from, but there might be a little bit of truth to it in the sense that in Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace, where we have to have a therapeutic menu, and you have to do a diet spread and have several different diets based on your entrees, we have a corporate dietitian who writes a menu cycle for Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace, and that comes down to the communities, and they have to implement that. Now, do they have to stick with it? No, they don't. They could change items on that menu if it doesn't work for them. But they have to go to their dietitian and have the dietitian do the therapeutic spread. So it's a little bit of work. So they may or may not choose to change that menu. That component is a corporate driven, but everything else, we're offering 12 to 15 items on the menu in the dining room. One of those items might be coming from that corporate menu, but that's about it. Everything else they can do. They have the freedom to follow the direction from the food committee and the residents to serve what you want to see. So.
I would love to add to that, Steve. That was very well said, thank you. But just even for the menus for Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace, as they are, the therapeutic menus are created from our corporate dietitian. They have additional entrees that they add to those menus and additional sides that they add to those menus for Willowbrook Court and Oak Ridge Terrace that are all community driven. It really is a very small shell of a menu, if you will, that we create for Willowbrook and Oak Ridge Terrace. And then really the rest of that menu, even for them in those two areas, are community driven. So it is very little that is created from a corporate perspective, if you will. We want these menus to be community based.
Absolutely. Thank you.
One more thing before we move on from there. Chad and his team have recently started keeping track of how many entrees of each menu item have been served over a month, and we report those on a monthly basis. Some of those will drop off if we're serving 2 a month, because we'll add something new onto the menu. So we're tracking how many are served of each as well.
What I heard earlier was the move from bulk-based to more individualized offerings. What form will that take as far as will it be more like reservation type stuff where we go and can order off the menu? Exactly, how will that roll out, I guess?
So early in the presentation when Jeremy was talking about how we used to do things in production, we had banquet kitchens and we cooked in bulk. That meant that the food was prepared as sitting on a steam table. So everything was pre-cooked before dinner. And when you come in, we were scooping and serving, okay? Sort of banquet style. We actually had 2 seatings where we would come in. It was one dining venue. Everybody would come in, they'd sit down. We'd serve them, and within 40 minutes, they were gone. And the next group came in, and we did the same thing. So we had to have what we called a banquet style feeding operations, and our kitchens were set up that way. What we've transitioned to is more of a restaurant style of a kitchen where a number of the menu items, the majority of the menu items, are being cooked to order. So that when you order in the dining room, the ticket's printed in the kitchen, And at that time, it's what we call firing the food. The food's all prepped and raw, and then we fire it and cook it to order and plate it up and serve it that way. So that's the transition that Jeremy was talking about when he did the introduction to the video. So, and that style of cooking should promote better quality and consistency. So, I don't know if I missed anything, Patrick. Is that?
No, this is great having you answer these questions first. You're doing a great job, Steve. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Over here.
What you just said about the banquet style and the ordering off the menu sounds like you're going to do away with the buffet.
All right, Patrick, I'm going to drop off and let you.
Well, so long for that, if you will. No, we are looking at different ideas for the main restaurant at Lanier Village. No plans have been finalized. We are in very, very preliminary stage of looking at that space and kind of imagining what it could look like. Scott was and Steve were both in some conversations where we had again very high level conversations about what that dining room could look like, but there really hasn't been anything confirmed to this point. We are just kind of again imagining what that space could look like when and if we get the opportunity to renovate that space.
I know.
So to specifically answer the buffet, I can't say yes definitively there will not be a buffet or there will be a buffet in that space as we talk about it today.
He's not committing one way or the other. Nice job, Patrick. Nice job. Let me just to follow up on that. I will tell you that years ago there was the resident leadership wanted to move away from the buffet and have it more of a full style dining in the main dining room up here, and we started talking about that and quickly received a lot of feedback from the resident population that the buffet was popular, so we walked away from that change and transition to dining room. Some of the things that Patrick has been meeting with a team of people about some possible future renovations in the dining room. And I will share that Patrick didn't share with you that he told me his vision is, which I think is very good, is that buffet actually going away but turning into action stations where there's cooking to order happening, but it's not a buffet where you go home, where you can go through the line and help yourself. It's going to be a little more classy is what he's thinking of. He has a good vision. I'm surprised he didn't share that with you. He's trying to keep things close to his chest right now, I guess. So.
It's all about the experience, though. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
The total experience.
Yeah, and that's a really big dining room, and I appreciate that, Steve. And yes, we want action stations, but we have the opportunity there potentially to do a couple different things and different aspects of venues. So it might not just be one restaurant. We might be able to look at that as a couple different venues. So I think that's why I said I'm nervous to share too much because I don't want it to become gospel of what we're doing. So I just would like to say more to come, and I'm excited for the future as we look at that space and we're able to share more of that vision as it comes to be.
Others? It's your opportunity. While you're thinking, so we were down one IT helper today. Kevin Guidry is tending to his wife as a great husband should. And thank you, Don and John and Evan and Dan and everybody that's put this together, because this was a challenging one today. So thank you very much.
And as we come to a close, I have one more announcement I want to share with you. You may or may not be aware of this, but many of you know Dave McTighe. He's our regional director of Culinary Nutrition Services. He started out here as a culinary director back in 2001. Dave's been working for the company for 24 years, and it's very disappointing to me, but happy for Dave that effective on May 1st, Dave is going to join his wife in retirement. And
congratulations,
leave
Dave.
us out. So Dave, we thank you for your... He also has a retirement benefit, so he might be sitting with you complaining about food someday soon. So congratulations, Dave. We wish you all the best. We wish you all the best. So.
Anything else? One last opportunity. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patrick, for joining us and for your support at all times. Whenever we need Patrick, he's always available to Chad and Chad's team and me. So that's great to have you in your position, Patrick. So thanks so much. And Steve, thanks for always being here and available to us. Thank you all.
Thanks, everybody. It was a pleasure.